walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We ready! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yap. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yap. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready? I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it! It's a wrap. Game over.
Nope, game's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. I'm in studio today and got Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, going to join me. It's been a while since we've been together. Been kind of working some other things, and just like that, he pops on. So let me get him on here. Man, young man, what are you up to? What are you doing?
I'm looking at stock.
Looking at stock?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What you looking at? What you see?
One of the things I was looking at, I went up a lot today. Not a lot, but I mean, percentage-wise, it went up. So I'm going to start looking at buying it.
Okay, it's not Bitcoin, Bitcoin
heck no.
or none of that.
Nope.
Ooh-wee, some big name folks having to pay some fines for promoting that like crazy.
Yeah, none of that.
Okay. Is it that stock you sent me before?
Yes, sir.
I thought, you know what? I saw that. I saw that. I did. I
Yep.
did see that. Yeah. Okay. All right. How you been, man?
I'm doing pretty well, man. Trying to keep busy.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it out there. A few weeks away from my first birthday without my mom being here. So
yeah.
So it's gonna be different. But I'll be here in town on the 14th for a little bit, then planning to go out to wherever the Cougs are that same day. So booking my flight, and wherever they are, that's where I'll be.
Well, listen, we're not going to talk about them today, because they beat up on my alma mater by 30. So we're not mentioning.
Yeah. Their combined wins over Tulane this year is 50, bro.
I just said we weren't mentioning them, and you going to mention them. Why are you doing that?
Well, because my alma mater blasted your alma mater. So why not? I mean,
Well, listen. My alma mater's football team is better than your alma mater's football team.
No doubt. No question at all. And I wish my alma mater had your football team's head coach for my head coach. So, yeah, I have no qualms about saying that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, is your head coach drinking?
He sure is. He would probably in his veins, injected in his veins daily. Yep.
I'm glad they got it right with him, because he was acting up and I didn't like it.
And apparently he's going to call the plays. They're not going to have an offense coordinator. He's going to do it himself. Oh, boy. But, yeah. Okay.
Let's get ready for some craziness.
Yep.
So what I missed, man, it's been a long time. Erica with a K, what's going on?
Yeah,
Erica with a K started off real good in the lunch break, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge playoff round. But unfortunately, she had the Eagles in the Super Bowl. She needed to get that right. Miss Pearl needed to get it wrong. And then Erica with a K needed to be closer than Miss Pearl was. And unfortunately, that's not what happened.
Sorry, Erica. That's all. Them's the breaks. As you know, as an athlete, But I picked the Eagles as well because we went with the team from the NFC East.
Yeah.
I still have loyalty to a once proud division because my once proud franchise used to be part of really good in that division. But perhaps when they get a new owner, they'll be once proud again because right now they're trash. So
yeah. I'm not a big fan of the head coach of your once proud franchise, but did a great job in bringing in Eric Bieniemy, regardless to what Shady McCoy, who listens to somebody named Shady McCoy, like he tells you with his name who he is, and here we are.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point there. I want to touch on this. It's after the fact, but Ahmad of the last two shows, he commented about Purdue being the team to beat in the men's tournament.
Okay, real quick, let me talk about this. We had 4 ladies in the top 6 competing for $500 cash, and one of the ladies won it. So Ahmad says, "Ladies, beware. We guys will be back next season." Ahmad, I think the ladies are gonna run y'all out of the March Madness bracket tournament challenge. So you got a chance to win another $500. Go ahead and open your free CBSSports.com accounts now because we're going to use their system. But go ahead and get your free account now, and then I'll let you know when to get your brackets together. But Ahmad, those ladies ran y'all out of the money, man. They just did y'all in, bro. Y'all need to feel bad. If you don't feel bad, you need to. So anyway, go ahead. What was Ahmad doing while I was gone?
Yeah, he said Purdue was the team to beat in the men's tournament. And I think Purdue has lost three games, 1 game a week since then. Kansas is playing well. They've got it turned around.
Don't say that on the show either, man. What's wrong?
UH is playing well also. And Alabama, Brandon Miller put on a show last night on the court.
I'm telling you, he refused to lose last night. What, he had 41 last night?
41, sent the game in overtime and then hit the game winner in the overtime.
Yeah.
So young man got talent. He may have poor choice of friends, but he's got talent. So, and let me say this. I think I got time before the first break.
Yeah.
Brandon Miller and young athletes, men and women, who have pro aspirations, do not let any of your quote friends mess up your future.
Yeah.
Because pro teams, pro franchises will investigate some more.
Yeah.
And investigate some more.
Yeah.
And if they red flag you because of your friends, you'll not be in your pro sport.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. All this about don't forget where you came from, my man and my ladies. I'm not gonna let anybody mess up my money.
I know that's right.
Where I come from. Okay, period.
No, that's right.
If you can't respect that, you go do you, and I'm gonna do me.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, everybody speaks so negatively about LeBron James, and folks want to get into the debate, greatest of all time. Forget all that. The way that man and his business partners and friends have handled their business, man, that should be textbook. That they should be studying that at every business school across this country. And just real quick, parting shot at Phil Jackson. They're not a posse. They're friends and business partners. So, since you stuck in the, 40s and 50s calling folks posses, bro, that's those businessmen. Yeah, that's just like the Apple folks coming in and you call them a posse. You wouldn't do that. So you make sure you call them brothers who they are, businessmen.
And let's be clear. Out of LeBron's close circle, 20 years. Well, that's NBA 20 years. Go back to his time, say, Vince St. Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard any bad thing about LeBron and his illegal, shaky, what they want to call it?
Yeah.
Shady.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. That's why you don't need to hang around with a dude named Shady McCoy. I ain't letting that brother go. I talked with a guy yesterday who played with Emmanuel Acho, and all he laid it out. He's like, bruh, that dude played in the NFL for like 5 minutes, he got carried on the UT Longhorns team. He was part of the team. And for him to now have this holier than thou, I got the digs on everybody else. Like, man, there's a whole lot of people that could throw out some receipts on him, but I ain't worried about him. That brother's lost. But when you got Shady McCoy out there digging up, anything negative he can find on Eric Bieniemy and messing with that man's bread, messing with that man's money, listen. That ain't a social media discussion. That's me walking up on you, say, yeah, bro. Hey, since you don't know me, I am Eric Bieniemy. What was you saying?
Yeah.
What's all this about? Let's talk right now.
Face to face. And Willie Gibson on our Sunday show of Folks Talking Sports, he had good explanation, reason, logic for Eric Bieniemy going to the Commanders. Mm-hmm. With the sense that potentially he could be the next head coach.
Yeah, true.
And I was like, okay, Will, I hope you're right, because right now that franchise is a dumpster fire.
Yeah,
from the head on down.
Yeah. Well, I will say that the coach kind of righted the ship, because I was thinking mid-season he wasn't going to make it. I guess kept them competitive, but their quarterback situation is abysmal
because of the owner.
Yeah, sure. And real quick, we don't know if this next dude, this rookie, I guess he'll be a second-year player this coming season, but we don't know what he's got. We don't know what he can do.
Yeah, and he's been put in this spot because of the owner agreed to that. Not agreed, basically pushed Carson Wentz upon Ron Rivera.
If they don't stop pushing Carson Wentz on people, Carson Wentz is that dude that, and ladies, I love y'all, so y'all be nice to me when I say this, and then I'm gonna go to break. I'm gonna go running high behind a break after this. I'm sorry. I got my phone turned on because I got business I'm trying to take care of. But anyway, when you're trying to hook somebody up, mm-hmm. and you ask, was she cute?
Mm-hmm.
And they say, well, she go to church. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, is she cute? Yeah, what's she look like?
Oh, man, she come from a good family, man. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and what's she look like? Yeah.
But what does she look like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, you're going to like her, man. She's just a really nice girl. I've known her for a long time, what have you. That's Carson Wentz, bro. Can he play? Oh, man, I'm telling you, he's a Christian. Oh, okay, good. He love the Lord. Okay, good. Can he play? Oh, man, I'm telling you, man, you're going to love him, man. Good dude. Real good dude. Oh, okay. So he can't play, can he? No. Mm-hmm. Like, if you ask the question and just finally come to the conclusion, they're not going to lie to you there.
Right.
No, he can't play. But he's a good dude. He's a Christian. He go to church. So it's going to be very interesting to see where he ends up. Taylor Heineke, I guess that didn't work out. Everybody tried to make that the next good news story, but that didn't work out. So we'll see where this all ends up with your favorite franchise.
It's the franchise I used to root for.
No, go on, say it. Go on, give them love now.
No. Once
what did Tupac say? Show me love.
Once the ownership changes hands to a new owner, then I become a fan again. But right now, they're just the team I used to root for and be a fan of.
You boycotting?
I boycotted 10 years.
Yeah. You protest.
I saw years ago how that man was destroying the franchise. So yeah.
One of my favorite one-liners from any movies, bar none. Janet Jackson look more like Freddie Jackson.
Yeah.
Friday, the Friday movie series, one of the best of all time. Man, we're gonna have to do a one-liner show. Erica said people have made being a hater a profession. You're right, and not just in sports, they do it in ministry too. My other life is in church. You got some people whose whole ministry is to tell you what somebody else's ministry is not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's your whole thing. Like, what the Lord say? Oh, he told me to tell you that Kris ain't legit. If you break down what he said, that ain't Bible. It's like, dude, so what did the Lord tell you about you? That's their ministry.
Right.
We got to take a break, man. We're going to come back, and I got questions for you, Kris, and I hope you have answers.
Cool.
We'll do that next on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. We'll be right back right after this.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez, and it's caught. Deebo Samuel with the catch. Michael Jordan can sense the throw. Just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes, the coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Gold Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Changing the way you watch TV. That's what they're doing at BS3 TV Net. What we're doing at BS3 TV Network, and man, we got a meeting tonight where we got more stuff coming. Man, we got more stuff coming. I can't wait. I ain't telling you nothing right now, but just you ain't gonna be ready. You will not be ready. You're gonna be like, what? Yeah. You'll be like, is she cute? Anyway, download BS3 from your Roku streaming device. If you don't have a Roku streaming device, just go to bs3network.com. That's bs3network.com, and you will be changing the way you watch TV. All right, Keith Hennig said Dan Snyder will be gone soon. Nathan Peterman is the best shot for the Commanders. Doc, I tell you what, if Dan Snyder sells that team and they bring in a Nathan Peterman-like quarterback, I quit. I just quit. There will be 31 teams in the league as far as I'm concerned.
As far as I'm concerned, they're 31 right now.
I hear you. All right, man, let's talk some basketball.
Cougars, who beat Tulane by 30 last night? No. Oh, okay, sorry.
That's not at all what I was going to say. The NBA All-Star game is getting dangerously close to becoming what the Pro Bowl was in the NFL. Jaylen Brown said it, I think, best, and I think it matters that it came from him when he said that was more like a glorified layup line. 187 to what?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
Now, my point.
Yeah.
So what can they do to make that game an exhibition, but an interesting exhibition without it looking like a glorified layup line?
Have some pride.
Okay.
Play some defense. Put forth some effort like you care about it being a basketball game, not an exhibition.
I don't think they're allowed to, are they? Are they allowed to play defense?
These guys, this generation, I'm being old now, they care about their brand and their money. When Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was asked about it, he said that money would, be an incentive. Young fella, y'all make more money than God. Y'all can't take time 2 hours out of your day on a Sunday in All-Star game to compete. They compete harder in pickup games at the Rucker.
True.
in the summer.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's why I
Blacktop basketball is fierce in a whole lot of cities and states.
So I stopped watching. The UCLA runs, games at Fonda, way more competitive.
Yeah.
Y'all can't do that for 2 hours at All-Star game?
Oh.
No. Because of the cameras, because of the celebrities, whatever. So no. Nope.
What's interesting is it's almost like they need to put the elements of the skills challenge in the actual game. Like put a 6-point shot out there and put a slam dunk competition inside the All-Star game. Put a passing, you get credit for, certain types of passes or what have you. Or kind of make some benefit to playing defense. You get some kind of extra bonus or extra points if you can play defense.
That's extra. Why should all that have to be necessary for you to play defense and you want to compete 1-on-1, 5-on-5 against other competition in the NBA All-Star game? No. It's still a game.
Like have a call-out challenge where you playing 5-on-5, but each team, like you get challenges, you get a challenge where you can take a dude one-on-one. Everybody clears the court, and it's just you and them. It's just you and them. Something like that.
I mean, if it doesn't do one-on-ones, then if you don't want to have 5-on-5, do one-on-one and have them be competitive one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Compete. Show some pride like you want to compete and win this game because they are your opponent.
I get the pride comment. I get the pride standpoint, but I guess they play 82 games, man. That's like
they don't. No, they don't.
The teams play 82 games.
Okay.
The teams schedule and play 82 games. So, these guys are like, hey, it's an exhibition, man. There's no, we'll, again, I'm on the money side too. We don't get a bonus for going to this game. If that's the case, just hand out the award. Okay, you made it to the NBA.
Okay, if that's the case, don't have the damn game.
Well, that's what the NFL has figured out.
Okay, because they're making more money now.
Mm-hmm.
Social media, all their brands, all those things now than the guys in the 80s and the 90s. But those guys competed. Those guys played defense. Those guys wanted to win and beat the other team. I mean, and another issue when you mix it up, when you picking lineups, you picking your friends and junk like that. East-West used to mean something.
Yeah.
West wanted to beat the East. East wanted to beat West.
Right.
Larry wanted to be Magic. All those things. They wanted to, all that.
Right.
But now
this generation is different, man.
It is, and I'm not saying it's for the better.
And I'm not saying it's for the worse. It's just different, man. These young people don't look at it the same way we do.
Clearly. And hey, I didn't watch. I have to watch.
Yeah.
And I didn't miss a thing, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Cole Sports, man, who is phenomenal, who is phenomenal, says if that's the case, then don't have the game. Quoting you, he says, I'm with that. The way they played that game Sunday. I'm just telling you, man, it's in some very dangerous territory because the NFL's exhibition was so bad that they stopped playing it and they've turned it into a skills competition and a flag football game. And oh yeah, by the way, somebody got hurt in that flag football game. So, I mean, you got to look at what are we doing with these, with these exhibitions, especially with the NBA, a midseason exhibition.
Well, I mean, and the ratings.
Which LeBron got hurt in, am I right?
Well, he was already injured, banged up. And Giannis, was already banged up and committed a foul and opted out seconds into the game. But the ratings reflect their performance. The fans don't want to see a pickup, a layup line.
Yeah.
They don't want to see that. They want to see competition.
Yeah. I just don't think you can force the competition part of it.
No, that's my point.
Yeah.
The NBA should not have to force these guys to compete. They should want to compete because it's a competition to win the game. That's what I'm saying. All they want to do is play to get paid. Okay, so how much money is it going to cost the NBA or the sponsors for y'all to want to compete for these 2 hours to play hard? Let us know. I mean, that's what it comes down. And hey, marketing, one-on-one, all that, capitalism. But at some point, if you need money all this time with all the money you're getting in the NBA on the court and your endorsements to simply compete for 2 hours, y'all enough mercenaries. That's all y'all are. If you don't have enough in yourself to just want to compete in an all-star game, then don't have the game. Just don't have the game.
And I think that's where we're going to. I think that's where we're going to because, I mean, you and I can say that all day long. If you don't have enough of this and you don't have enough pride and what have you, it's these guys. It's their bodies, man. It's their time away from their family. It's all of that.
And you are correct. But the NBA has even changed that. They now have a week, 10 days off. It's an all-star break.
Yep.
It used to be 3 days.
2
days, really.
Keith Hennig said it with his chest. Get rid of the all-star games. The fans deserve better. Who has the best exhibition? Who has the best exhibition? All sports.
Used to be the NBA.
Used to be.
Now, nobody. Hockey, I think hockey was up there. Used to be years ago. Football, Pro Bowl used to mean something too. All-star game baseball used to mean something. Pete Rose way back when. Wanted to hurt people, crashed into home plate because it was serious. They took that stuff serious.
I did not know this.
They get money. I'm talking about money.
Yeah, I'm today's years old when I learned this, that they already get money, $100,000 to the winning team, $50,000 to the losing team. I was today's years old when I found that.
That's not enough for these. Apparently, it's not enough for them to want to care, to put forth effort. So, that's why I didn't watch. I haven't watched for a few years. Don't miss it. I got other things to do. I spent this All-Star break recharging my batteries.
Yeah.
The Cougs played Memphis on Sunday.
And that's what
I did that. So,
And that's what they want to do, too. But listen, that aside, what do you got to say about Mac McClung?
Good for him.
Yeah.
Great for him. I didn't watch the slam dunk contest because the previous years of that were garbage.
Right.
Guys taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times to complete one dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It did not used to be this way.
Right.
Mac McClung, courtesy of Willie Gibson, who did watch it, he did miss a dunk. Okay, he made all his dunks first try.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it used to be
with
Mike, Neek, Spud Webb, Vince. Go back, Kenny Smith. Go back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Not these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 90 seconds to make it. Come on, really?
What's crazy to me is you sounded like the old dude, and I'm older than you. Man, let's go back to the old days. And I'm like, let's find a way to let this modern generation do their own thing. Erica K with a K, who was the Player of the Year candidate at Mizzou, said, "Facts. I'm trying to win." She had that kind of that spirit, Doc. There was no half speed for her. She was out there breaking people's noses and breaking her own nose. So we'll see. Cole Sports, Mac McClung, the man who stole the All-Star weekend. The NBA should be ashamed of themselves. A guy who wasn't in the league in January participates in the All-Star weekend. I mean, what was he, two days into a 10-day contract?
2 days or 2 games, but at least he was part of the NBA's G League. So he was part of the NBA
he was still
family.
In the family. They didn't.
And I
pull
think
him
he's
off.
back to the G League, I think. Yesterday or the day before, because Phil put him back down, I think. But his dunks were creative. He did things that NBA guys don't do. Yeah, I have no problem saying, if I make it to March 14th to be 51, I am all in on get off my lawn, because some of these youngsters they think different, they act different.
They are different.
Some of this stuff is too easy for them. They don't grind like we used to grind. All this kind of thing. But basketball. Y'all get paid to play a game for a living. So fans are asking y'all to compete just for 2 hours in an All-Star game, and y'all don't want to do that?
A former NFL player said, "It's always a game when I want to talk business, and when I want to talk game, then all of a sudden it's business." So,
and these youngsters grew up Kobe fans, correct? That's what they all say. Kobe, my guy.
Yeah.
You think Kobe would be like, "Go ahead, man. You want to lay up? I'll get my layup too. You want to do it? Yeah, man, stroll on to." What? Kobe wanted to win at everything. Everything. And these youngsters who say they are Kobe stans, y'all don't act like it.
Yeah.
Y'all really don't act like it.
Yep. Donna got you. She said yes, and they want walk when they are 50 years old. Donna, I don't know what you mean. Tell us what you're saying there. All right. So let's move off the All-Star break. Let's move off back to the changes that happened during the trade deadline and what that's going to look like for some teams post All-Star break. I'll take my bottom of the hour break. We'll come back. Let's kind of pontificate what's going to happen in the second half of the NBA season. I got my guy Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us here on Throwback Thursday on the lunch break. Where's that Cole Sports deal? Cole Sports, here you go.
If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets. This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Man Talk Monday. Woo!
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central.
Just great shows. Just great shows. You can get them too. Just download on your Roku streaming device, BS3 TV. That's BS3 TV. Or go to the internet, bs3network.com. That's bs3network.com. And you'll be in. I'm telling you, you'll be in. I feel a little, I've never done that. I've never put chapstick on when I'm standing in the pulpit, but I feel a little attacked for those who do that. Like, leave us alone, man. We're trying to do the best we can to make sure our lips aren't dry when we're trying to preach. So leave us alone.
Agreed, and you don't want cracked lips while you're trying to preach,
And I might have forgot to put it on when I was in my seat. So before I hit y'all with this, I need to hit it.
Donna told on herself. She told on herself, driving hard to text and Donna, like he said, put down that phone. You ain't gotta text and drive. That's dangerous.
Yeah, Donna, you're going to stop that. You my sister, and I need to see you again. And that might not happen if you keep texting and driving. So put that down. Put that down. All right. Almad said, I like the way the Dallas Mavericks help themselves. What do you think about Dallas and their new addition with Kyrie Irving?
Well, the Mavs are an all-star team of 2023, which means who they going to stop? I mean, hey, they can score.
Okay.
But can they stop anybody?
Yeah.
If they're relying on Christian Wood to be the low post presence defense, good luck with that.
Yeah, we know better than that. We know better than that. Sitting at number 6 right now, they are 10.5 games out of the top spot. But they're only a game and a half out of the number 4 seed.
And you can go the other way. How far are they away from 10th spot?
Well, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. They're only a game and a half out of the number 10 spot. You're right.
Yeah. There's only a handful of teams that are out of it.
Yeah.
Spurs and the Rockets, Detroit and the Hornets.
Everybody else is still in there.
Everybody's got a chance at the play-in. So that idea by Adam Silver has worked. Teams want to compete for a chance at the play-in. So that should make the end of this season more interesting.
Yeah.
The Suns are getting KD. KD should be coming back in a few days, I think. Steph should be back in about a week. But hey, the Suns look good.
Yeah, so they're in the number 5 spot right now. They're 9.5 out of the top spot, and same thing. They are a game and a half out of the number 3 spot.
And real talk, who's number 1 in the West?
Denver, by 5 games.
Is anybody afraid of Denver?
I don't know about afraid, but they should be respectful.
Once again, I stand by my question. Is anybody, Phoenix, anybody in the West afraid of Denver come playoff time?
I don't know. Should they be?
No. Why should they be?
Kris, they no respect. They got the reigning league MVP.
And might do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Cole and I are on the same page. No one's afraid of Denver, but you better not take them lightly. Keith, we already said the Spurs are out of it. We already done, dearly beloved. We're gathered here today to say bye to the Rockets and the Spurs.
Spurs lost 14 straight. They have goals in mind.
I was gonna say they want that young man that was 7'2" that's now 7'5".
7'4" with an 8-9 foot wingspan, something like that.
Yeah, something crazy, something ridiculous.
Victor Wembanyama, he's the real deal. But
All man has a great point. He doesn't want to play the 5. He wants to play the what? The 1.
He can play He can play wherever you want to play.
Yeah,
he's that talented.
Yeah.
But Allman has a great point, and with the Suns, Chris Paul as well, Devin Booker as well, along with Kevin Durant. He needs to stay healthy, sure. Yeah. But if they are healthy, that's a loaded team. If, and that's a big if, because they're up there in age, besides Book and DeAndre Ayton, but CP and KD, they do have injury history.
Denver's number 1. Do they stay there?
Probably. I mean, you said 5.5. Yeah. Because who's number 2 right now?
Memphis. Do they stay there?
They're going through their own problems. They need Steven Adams with the quickness. Okay. That's how important he is to that team.
Sacramento at number 3 in the West. Do they stay there?
Probably not. Probably not.
I would like to see it. I really would. Clippers at number 4. Just got Russ. And what is wrong with what's that? Oh, I don't even. I forgot his name. What's the boy that used to play for New Orleans, played for Philly? He's a commentator now. The European young man who claims that the Clippers getting Russ is not a good idea.
Played for New Orleans, played for Philly.
He was supposedly a 3-point specialist, but he missed them every time I saw him.
Okay. It'll come to us. We'll keep talking.
Yeah. I'm really old today. I cannot think of that, and I don't want to think of his name because he's as bad as Shady McCoy. It's like, why do you have to put people down for your broadcast journalism career to seem great? JJ Redick. There it is.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. What's wrong with him? Did he forget he wasn't all that in the NBA?
Like shoot. He became a 3-point shooter. His first couple of years, he struggled.
But bruh, come on now. Yeah. Come on. How many rings does JJ have? Tell me.
Oh, but see, you can't go that. Why are you going that route? Why are you going the ring route?
No. I'm just saying, even as a contributor, Robert Horry has 7 rings. So you weren't the man, and you didn't contribute to no championships, but you got the nerve to be talking down somebody else's career? What? Bruh.
Okay, I didn't hear JD's comments, and I'll check them out. But prior to New Orleans, every team he was on, I think, made the playoffs.
Playoffs?
So contributor. He contributed to the playoffs. But Russ, let's see how Russ fits with the Clippers. What are the Clippers going to do with Russ?
If I'm Russ, if JJ Redick is ever in the building, I'm climbing the stairs.
Oh, Russ would do that. No, but I don't think anybody on here doubts that for a second.
Come here real quick. Over here. Over there's there. Here is here. Come here.
Because Russ has for a long time had a distrust for the media, and JJ is now part of the media, a growing media empire.
Yeah,
really,
and rightly so. Cole, Redick's feeling himself hard being an ex-jock as a media analyst. I'm just saying, man, because he was the one that had something to say about the old Celtics, that these guys were playing against plumbers and refrigerator repair people. Like, dude, are you kidding me right now?
In the 60s or in the 80s?
No, I'm talking about he was talking about the 60s, the old dudes.
Well, I mean, that's factual. Because they had jobs. Those guys had jobs during the offseason. But it's not a detract for them being a great team.
Are you telling me that JJ Redick could have done anything with Bill Russell?
That's not what I'm saying. Okay.
Are you telling me JJ Redick could have done anything with Sam Jones? With anything with, I can go on down the list. Come on, man.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that guys in that generation, because they didn't make the money these guys are making now, they did have real jobs.
Okay, so let me just say this. Factual or not, JJ Redick don't need to be the one saying it. Period.
Your opinion.
sit there and eat your food. You should have just sat there and eat your food, JJ, because now we got to get you. And you better not run. You better not run. Milk money, baby. Milk money. So anyway, Clippers. They gonna stay at number 4 with Russ.
They'll pass the Kings. Yeah, they should pass the Kings.
Man, I want to see the Kings shock the world, man. You know, I love the underdogs.
Okay,
all right, so Phoenix
they'll
Suns,
make the playoffs. That's a start.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, first time what 17 years. That's a start,
bruh. How huge would that be under Mike Brown?
Yeah, first year head coach of the Kings, Mike Brown.
Yeah. Cole Sports got it. JJ was talking mad trash towards Bob Cousy, saying, "Name me a year Cousy shot above 40% from the field." Come on, man. That's disrespectful, bro. That's disrespectful.
It is, but I've heard that before.
Oh, God.
From guys on radio. I have. One guy on local radio here in town.
Oh, God. Well, that says very little because, man, some of the local people here in town, bruh, I'll burn that bridge. I will. I'll burn that bridge.
I mean, that's part of the thing about the older generation. They're not shooting as high a percentage, but the game is different. They play more physical, way more physical.
Right.
So it's harder to shoot and make shots
at
a high percentage when you got guys knocking you all over the place.
I want to see I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm not talking about anybody. I want to see JJ Redick to have played back. Let's take him to the Bad Boys of Detroit. Let me see him play his game against the Bad Boys of Detroit. I'm talking about against them, let's go back to Chicago, Boston. He don't like them.
Struggled against MJ and Pippen. He didn't beat it, please.
But
MJ and Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman.
Parrish. Hale, Bird, Ainge. I want to see him deal with them, Mr. I'm better than you all because of my era. I mean, please, man. This dude rode on other folks' backs, not even their coattails backs. They had to carry him.
And it's a generational thing, clearly, because Larry Bird was one of the greatest players, period, regardless of generation, one of the greatest clutch shooters, period. And if the three-point shot would have been emphasized during Larry Bird's era, Larry Bird would have set all kinds of records.
I agree.
But it wasn't a point of emphasis.
I agree.
And these youngsters today, it's generational because they seem to just always want to think, forward rather than backward. You put Larry Bird, Dream, with today's training, workout regimens, all the different things that these guys have, they'd be better.
Yeah.
Because they did more with less.
Right.
In their generation.
Right.
And they flew on playing four games in 6 days and commercial flights, and they get all this rest and rehab because they didn't know all about the importance of resting the body. And they still played 80 games a season and all those things. But you take those guys and bring it into today with the physical trainers, the physical well-being and the food and the nutrition and all those things.
Right.
They would dominate these young dudes today. And I'm old man today, don't care.
Yeah. I'm old man on JJ Redick. He need to be quiet. You need to be quiet. You and Shady McCoy need to go and get y'all an apartment together and just be quiet. All right, let me. So I got to the 5th, Phoenix Suns, Mavericks at 6. So now let's get to this playing group. Pelicans at 7, Timberwolves at 8, Warriors at 9, Thunder at 10. Outside looking in, you got Jazz, Trailblazers, Lakers.
I like what the Lakers did. They got some young, talented players to join the team, but it comes down to LeBron and AD.
Yeah,
they're healthy. They're gonna make a run.
Yeah,
not deep in the playoff run. I'm not expecting that, but they'll get in playing. I'm confident of that. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Cole. Cole said, AJ, I'm with you on both Redick and McCoy. They need to check their pettiness at the door. Yeah, it's old. Cole said, bye-bye, Lakers.
They're going to make the playoffs. As long as LeBron and AD healthy, they're making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's go up to the East because that's kind of crazy up there. Celtics number 1. Half game over the Bucks.
And that'll probably stretch with Giannis out for a little bit because of his injured wrist.
Yeah.
But salute to the Celtics because I thought they'd take a step back without Coach Udoka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Philadelphia.
They'll pass the Bucks. I think because with Giannis out, they should pass the Bucks.
Cleveland at number 4.
Willie Gibson. Y'all gonna stay right around there.
Now, I picked them to be in the top 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I picked them to be in the top 4. Miami Heat at Brooklyn at number 5. Man, there's got to be a sigh of relief in Brooklyn. There might have been a day or two of mourning, but there's got to be a sigh of relief. Like, there's so less drama in this building now that people are gone.
Yeah, and they got youngsters with talent who, for the time being, like being in Brooklyn, like being part of the franchise.
Right.
That's the start. But amazing how that changes things. When you want to be there, be at a place.
Just extended Jock Vaughn, gave him a little bit more money, a little bit more time. I think that they're going to be a surprising team come playoff time because they're going to play a lot freer with nothing to lose. All right, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Okay. Keep an eye on it, man.
Yeah,
bruh, stress will bust pipes, steel pipes. Now you stress free. Ooh, watch out! Watch out!
And inexperienced. So,
true.
Yeah.
I give you that. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's bad because sometimes they don't know they're supposed to lose.
But come playoff time, they're gonna find out they're supposed to lose.
Knicks at 6. Where did the Knicks come from?
They've been around the part all season.
I thought it was funny that Julius Randle was in the 3-point shooting contest because I pay attention to it. When Julius Randle takes 5 or more threes, he usually has a very bad percentage, and they usually lose.
Unless he's playing Detroit. Because he makes 7, 8 threes a game against Detroit.
Everybody else, he's like 2 for 9. It's like, bro, why'd you take those other 7?
And today's basketball.
Yeah.
Generational.
Yep.
Julius Randle, someone his size, frame in the 90s, early 2000s, be on the block.
Get on that block, bro. Get on that block.
I'll
find you on the block. Everywhere else, I'm going to point you to the block.
Yeah.
All right, number 7, you got the Heat, 8 Hawks. What's up with them? What happened? What happened with Nate?
He how could I put this nicely?
Nicely.
I mean, they've been trying to get rid of him for a while, and they finally did. He and Trae Young did not get along. Trae Young is the face of the franchise, so the franchise went with Trae Young, basically.
Rumor that they're going to talk to D'Antoni. Obviously, they're going to talk to Snyder. And interestingly enough, I'm starting to hear Ime Udoka.
Quinn Snyder.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Donna Coleman home. And I hope you're parked on the side of the road somewhere. Sam Cassell didn't know the Rockets were supposed to lose, and they won 2 chips.
With a certain gentleman.
Say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest.
From the University of Houston, number 34, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Wizards at 9, Raptors at 10. Man, surprisingly, you got the Bulls down there with the likes of the Pacers, Magic, Hornets, and Pistons.
No. How close are they to the Hornets and the Pistons?
Okay, let me just say this. The Bulls are 2 games out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacers are 2.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
The Magic are 4 out of 10. And then, of course, Hornets and Pistons are way down there.
Way down there.
Way down there.
Way down. The Bulls are not. They may be 11th or whatever in standings, but you need to give them a telescope to find out where the Hornets and the Detroit Pistons are. Man. No.
Is that where Pat Beverly's about to end up in Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. Any more big moves? Any more buyouts that we're going to see down the line that are of note?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think of who is out there. I wonder where John Wall might land.
Mm-hmm.
See if somebody's going to give DeMarcus Cousins a playoff push.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, I think that's about it.
Okay. All right. In NCAA, Cougs number 1. They stay there?
They should win Saturday in Greenville against East Carolina. They win Saturday, they will clinch the regular season outright conference championship with 2 games left to play. Senior night will be next Thursday against Wichita State. And and they have the game at Memphis on the 5th. Memphis Tiger fans, God bless y'all. Bless y'all, bless y'all's hearts. Y'all are just so hurt that the Cougars are leaving the conference. Let me just say this, okay? Kendrick Davis, who's from Houston, by the way, Memphis fan just don't even refute to it, not exact.
Is that the 30-year-old, the 26-year-old?
No, that's DeAndre Williams, who's also from Houston.
Right,
See,
yeah, I know he was from Houston.
Yeah, Memphis is winning games with guys from Houston.
Yeah.
But I want to be critical of the Houston Cougars. But anyway, Sunday's win. The Cougars did not play great.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis played, real quick with you, brother, real quick. When a team is without its star player, a team that's good, got a good foundation, good culture, what does that team do without their best player?
They still win.
They step up. No, they step up.
Yeah.
Okay. In a rivalry game, what do they do? Heated rivals are going to get the best out of each other, right?
Yeah, you just going at it. It don't matter who's out there.
But for fans from Memphis and other fans, because they do the same thing, fan being fanatic, the Cougars only won by 8. Well, if Kendrick would have played, y'all would have lost. These same folks last year, the Cougars had 7 players. But without Marcus Sasser and Tremont Mark in 2 of those games against Memphis, y'all didn't say none of this last year.
Right.
Y'all said none of this.
Right. Again, we're trying to make sense out of stuff that just doesn't make sense.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
So just remember all those things. Be happy with your NIT championship.
You better stop. You better stop.
And we will, and I'm saying we now, as a Houston Cougar alum, we will send you letters with Big 12 mail on it and say, wish you were here. Not really.
All right. So number 1 seeds, Cougars, Bama, Kansas, and UCLA or Purdue?
Shoot, I think it could be Texas. Yeah, I do. I think so. I say this, either Texas or UCLA, not Purdue. I think Texas plays Kansas, to end Big 12 regular season. If the Longhorns win that game, I think
I need Texas to win that. I can't. Just when I think Kansas is about to do me a solid, then they get good again.
Yep. and they could be good enough that they could become the number 1 overall seed.
Really?
I will not agree with it, but the rationale would be they have so many quadrant 1 wins, quadrant 1, quadrant 2 than everybody else that some folks probably on the committee would say, but guys, they have whatever it ends up being, 17, 18 Q1 wins. Oh, whatever.
All right, look, real quick, bubble teams, and then we got to get ready to go. Is Wisconsin in? Because I don't want them to be.
It's close, but we should ask Willie Gibson about the Tar Heels about being a bubble team.
I was going there next.
Because yes, they're a bubble team. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Syracuse, they're out, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then Duke is in, right?
Yes. Around a 7th seed or so. Yes, 6 or 7th seed. Yes.
Okay. All right. Who's going to be our Cinderella this year?
Oh, wow. That's tough to say. Texas A&M.
Yeah, they making some noise.
Texas A&M.
They're making some noise.
As long as they're not in the Cougs, because that second round game against Cougs, they're going to lose.
I thought it was going to be Arkansas. They've been kind of up and down this year. Real quick, on the women's side, it's a shame that they're not giving Ole Miss more love. It's a shame that they're not giving Ole Miss more love.
In due time, what Coach Yo is doing there, she's doing something special.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but, they're not giving the SEC outside of Carolina and LSU love. Which is strange because the SEC has for a long time been the conference in women's basketball.
Yeah.
But now it's just like South Carolina and everybody else.
Right.
It's more than everybody else.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Okay, so you said Houston, Alabama, Kansas, and possibly Texas.
Yes. Texas or UCLA.
Texas or UCLA. Okay. All right. Well, I hate to do it, bro. We got to get ready to go, man. I told you I had a lot of questions. I wanted to get caught up. So tell everybody where they can find you, what you got coming up.
Appreciate it as always. It's always a pleasure to be on the lunch break and with the family, Donna and Cole and Keith and all mad everybody. Find me at HoustonRoundballReview.com. Twitter, you see it there on the screen. VHR Review. Houston Roundball Review on YouTube and Instagram. My pleasure to do this with you, brother. I'm glad to talk to you, chop it up with you. I think this Sunday we should have the full house again with Andy and Willie Gibson and maybe even James Mueller joining us on Folks Talking Sports this Sunday on Houston Roundball Review video and the audio on all those audio platforms. And then, well, Saturday we're doing a Let's Rage Cougs post-game show after the Cougs game at East Carolina. So full
and
house
merch
there.
Came in too, by the way. The Let's Rage.
Yes, Let's Rage Cougs merch.
Yep.
We got that. One of my friends, high school classmates who lives in the state of Washington, she got hers Tuesday. Got her hoodie. So LRC is national, and the Houston Roundball Review since 1994. Local name, global perspective.
Love you, brother. We'll talk soon.
Man.
All right.
All right.
All right, y'all. Hey, listen, we're getting ready to wrap this thing up, man. I got to get ready to go. You know, I haven't done a full hour show in a long time. Wouldn't have done it if it hadn't been for Kris Gardner here with me today. So y'all stick and stay. Tomorrow, Freestyle Friday. We'll see what's happening there. But as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. But whatever you do, don't become a JJ Redick or a Shady McCoy. All right. Hey, here's Sybil Wilkes. She's going to give us our Black History Month trivia inside of that.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, it's Thursday, or as we like to say, Friday Eve, February 23rd, 2023. Number 1, the United States Supreme Court heard arguments Tuesday on whether YouTube should be held responsible for the videos it suggests and promotes through its algorithms. The case of Gonzalez v. Google stems from the murder of Noheen Gonzalez, the American college student studying in Paris in 2015, when she was killed in an attack carried out by ISIS. The plaintiffs, the Gonzalez family in this case, argue that YouTube is partially responsible for enabling the attack that killed the American college student by recommending ISIS videos and others that promote violent ideologies. There was also a case against Twitter on Wednesday, so the tech giants, they were on trial. Number 2, this month we not only celebrate Black history, we also celebrate the birth of William Edward Burkhart Dubois. W.E.B. Dubois was born in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. He attended college at Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee, where he experienced the severity of racial discrimination in the South. Du Bois published The Souls of Black Folk in 1903. In this collection of essays, he described the predicament of Black Americans as one of double consciousness, a framework that's used to describe the way Black people feel both torn from Africa yet never accepted fully in America. Number 3, the federal government is planning to allow states to use Medicaid funds to provide drugs to combat addiction and other medical services for people at state jails and prisons. It's an effort to help some of those most at risk of dying in the nation's overdose epidemic. Dr. Rahul Gupta, the director of the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, announced this week that states would be encouraged to submit proposals for how to use money from the Joint Federal State Low-Income Health Insurance Program for incarcerated people. Number 4, a group of Black students at Pepper Tree Elementary School in Upland, California, have been the targets of racially demeaning drawings by fellow classmates. The mother of a little girl who is Black said her daughter was given drawings with the messages, "You're my favorite monkey," and "To my favorite cotton picker." Upland School Board President responded in a YouTube video saying racially insensitive, unacceptable incidents had occurred. Number 5. First responders are out every day working to keep their community safe, but experts say that job can take a toll on their mental health. That's something Missouri lawmakers are looking to address with multiple bills seeking increased access to mental health resources, one of which is Senate Bill 24, the Missouri First Responder Mental Health Initiative Act. The bill would create greater access to mental health care and spell out the rights of first responders to get behavioral health care services and related treatment. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Allow your friend the flexibility of being who they are. Ooh. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central as we broadcast live from the CIAA tournament with today's top headlines and more. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.